What page?
Be'ezrat Hashem, continue.
Not sure.
Vayta, pasuk
We finished
chet.
Shreya?
Chet.
Yes, you sure?
Yes.
Perspective, still וידבר ולעשות מאוד.
וייטע השם אלוהים גן בעדן מקדם, וישם שם את האדם אשר יצא. Interesting to read how they translate it. וייטע השם אלוהים, Hashem planted gan, a garden in Eden. So להבין what is this Eden? מקדם, what is it מקדם? At first, okay.
What is that first?
On the east. Kedem can also mean east.
Yeah.
Right? וישם שם את האדם, and he placed men there, אשר יצר, that he created. Says the Gaon, says the Ramban.
Gaon Vilna.
Between Baruch Hashem, between the Gaon, the Malbim, the Ramban, the Chovot HaLevavot, and the Sefer HaChinuch. It's a lot of daily.
Yes.
Yeah. פירש רש"י ז"ל במזרחו. What does it mean מקדם? On the east. Of what? Of the Eden. נטע הגן. So there is something that's called Eden. And on the east of the Eden, yes, he planted a garden. Yeah, that's it. גן עדן מקדם, what? ואונקלוס תרגם, but according to the Onkelos, מלקדמין, right? At the beginning, right? How does he translate that? At the beginning. Beforehand. וכך אמרו בפרש רבה, והוא הנכון. So the Ramban, yes, takes position with Onkelos. That Mikedem doesn't mean at the east of Eden, but it means
in front.
No. Before. Milekadmin. Before.
Before Eden?
Before, oh, exactly. We have to understand what does it mean. Not before, no. Vayita Hashem Elohim gan be'eden. מתי הוא נטע? מקדם, in the past, before, right at the beginning.
Okay, before we put that down there, maybe.
ואין טעם,
Okay.
So we have to understand, it's a good question. Before what?
Before we put that down there.
No. That's ודאי that it has to be before.
Yeah,
but here,
why,
you have atnah in the word mikedem.
Why do you even need mikedem also? Of course it's mikedem.
What?
Why do the Torah need the word mikedem? What's the purpose of mikedem? So of course it's mikedem. Right?
But what are we talking about here? What did he plant? A garden?
Or in Eden.
In Eden. First of all, we take it for granted that Eden is a place we know. It was never introduced before. Until now, nobody spoke about a place called Eden.
Until now, this is the first place mentioned in the Torah also.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like the Torah is talking about Eden as if Eden.
Tel Aviv.
Right. אבל זה לא כזה פשוט. מה זה עדן? מה זה לא?
Okay.
Interestingly enough, not too many Rishonim speak about that place that is called Eden. I mean, the Gemara speaks about it. And I think that we mentioned the...
Show the kids, yeah. Go ahead.
We mentioned the Gemara. Alexander Mogdon got there. Yeah, we spoke about it.
Yeah.
Okay, בוא נראה. ואין טעם well, first let me just before we continue, I'll bring you what the Ritva in Masechet Baba Batra brings. The Ritva in Masechet Baba Batra addresses the Gan Eden, He says Mikedem. He says V'tchilat Maasei Bereshit. The Eden was created. Gan Eden was created before Maasei Bereshit. Is one of the things that were created before. For example, like Teshuvah was created before. Yes. Gan Eden. That's Mikedem. Okay. That before Briat HaOlam.
I need a yarmulke. Hi, Rabbi.
Shalom Aleichem.
Sorry, I'm late. Traffic is insane.
Yeah, so Eden, Eden is a place that is introduced as being like something known. We have when was Gan Eden created? So according to the Ritva, from the word Mikedem, we learned that on what the Gemara says in Psachim, Asarat Dvarim Nivrehu Kodem Briat HaOlam, and one of them is the Gan Eden. That's what we learn from the word Mikedem. That's how the Ritva wants to learn.
Yesh Me'ayin? That's the way, no?
No, because it's a no.
So how could it be?
Because the concept of Gan Eden, the location, where Gan Eden would be, yes, and it has a space. It's a space that has a divine presence at all time, more than any other place in the world. So then ta'am. Let's go. We're gonna see. The end ta'am vayita. Now, the Ramban has an issue, right? What does it mean vayita? He planted. What does that mean he planted? He took trees from a place and he planted it in another place, right? That's what planting means. What else could it be?
You planted an idea?
No. Here we're talking about the Gan Eden. Right? ואין טעם וייטה שהביא האילנות ממקום אחר ונטעם שם. The pshat of the word vayita is not that he took trees from another place and planted them here. כי מן המקום ההוא הצמיחם. The trees of the Gan, right, of the Garden of Eden came out, blossomed from Gan Eden. From Eden. כמו שאומר, ויצמח השם אלוהים. פסוק ט' ויצמח השם אלוהים מן האדמה, כל עץ נחמד למראה וטוב למאכל. So it's clear that the tzmicha was happening there. Yeah. That's the פשטות. Look at Rashi, ויצמח לעניין הגן, הכתוב מדבר. It's talking about what happened in the Gan, of the garden itself. כי מן המקום ההוא יצמיחם, כמו שאומר, ויצמח השם אלוהים, וגומר. So then, what is vayita? Right. Now we have a problem. What's the concept of vayita? vayita השם אלוהים, להגיד שהיה מטע השם. It's Hashem's plantation. Le'apukim what? To come and differentiate this from what? And from the tzmicha of Yom Shlishi.
It says
Huh?
But it says after that Veitzmach.
Ken, no. Vayatzmach Hashem, Ken. Vayatzmach is he made it come out. Yes? But the neti'ah is that it's Hashem's hand from the beginning. Not just there was a potential and he helped the potential come out. Even the potential, it's Hashem's. It's different. Vayatzmach is you have something in the earth and you help it grow. Yes. So that means that whatever was planted before it blossomed, before it grew out, yes, was not Ashgacha, Hashem's Ashgacha in that level. The moment you said Vayita, yes, that the Hashem planted it, He made this happen, and He took care to grow it the way it's supposed to grow. That's the very big difference.
Well, the difference is there's no Vayita in Bereshit, in Maasei Bereshit. No. Right? That's the point? No. Because yes. It says Veitzmach, yeah. Right?
Yes.
He grew out. He first planted and then it grew out.
Correct. So he wants to say that it's Hashem's Maaseh from the Nitiyah. כי תרם שגזר על הארץ, תוצא הארץ, דשא. גזר במקום ההוא שיהיה שם גן. Before, right, Hashem commanded the growth of vegetation on the planet. Yes. He first, secured or allocated a plot of land where there would be a garden. Okay. ואמר, בכאן יהיה אילן פלוני. And he said in that tree, in that gun, in that location, here there should be this tree, here there should be that tree. כן? כערוגות המטעים. Like the plantation of the way the how you call it, the mataim, the landscapers, yes, the way they plan the planters. ולא היה כדרך שאר מקומות הארץ. And that was different than the rest of the creation. שאמר תוצא הארץ דשא ועץ פרי. אז נראה בלא סדר, just bring out vegetation.
Oh, there's a question there. You just said the word random. But is every tree, when there was Bria, was every tree that came out, Hashem made sure that that's where that tree comes out?
No, except for Gan Eden, no.
It's only Gan Eden, the other one.
That's exactly what the Ramban says.
You said that.
Except for Gan Eden, everything, no. He just said plantation come out.
So how did that happen? Who decided? Okay.
I don't know what I mean.
But there's a question relevant here. If
you want to say
because there was nothing before. It's not like there was a tree and then the seeds fell and then it grew by itself. The first growth, right? Who said it's going to grow here and not there? It has to be from Kadosh Baruch Hu.
Yes, but it was not. Yes, I hear what you're saying, but it was not a kavanah. Not the kavanah that HaKadosh Baruch Hu nata be'atzmo. He said the plantation, go and spread out. It rolled out like a carpet. Yeah, it rolled out throughout the creation. We saw that in the Ramban and also, but in the Malbim. Yes. Now, was there any structure? No, there was no structure. It was this tree and that bushes and that. Yeah, the way we have it, like for example in Amazonia. Yes, or you have those forests in Congo. Yeah, they call them the lungs of the earth. It's very random. There's no structure to it. There's no beauty to it, from an organization perspective. So here's the same thing. Here it says the Ramban. The whole world was, the plantation came out. Yes, Hashem said, "I want plantation to come out." That's it. Now, if you refine, but what does it mean I want? Or what they say, but there has to be a programmation in the program for it to come out. Yes, that's your she'ela.
There's species that are in different locations.
Nachon.
Today, I think even what people tell about the stuff that's specific to that temperature.
Correct. Each region is nachon. But again, it's part of what what they call the evolution of the vegetation. Yes, but here it was a very organized garden. Yes, with very
Come on,
but don't they say that Gan Eden was very large? Oh no.
And
what's
no, so what?
No, very large. It's a lot of planting.
For Kadosh Baruch Hu.
I'm saying,
he just made the whole world.
I heard Gan Eden somewhere else is, extremely big.
Okay, big with for Kadosh Baruch Hu. I don't know how big. It's big, but I don't know how what extremely big means. This I don't know.
The question is, how do we not know where it is? When it says here again, this river, that river, how can you not find it?
Kadosh Baruch Hu hid it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's Vayatar, meaning a personal attention of Hashem in the Gan.
Okay.
והנה אילני גן עדן גזר בהם לעשות ענף ולשאת פרי לעד לעולם. הקדוש ברוך הוא you have formatted, programmed those trees to make fruit and produce fruit forever. What does it mean forever? Without any involvement of men or any work of men. Lo yazkin ba'aretz shorsham, right? The roots don't get old. Uba'afar lo yamut giz'am, and their trunk doesn't die, doesn't dry out. En tzrichim le'oved v'zomer. They need no man to work it or to plow it. She'ilu hayu tzrichim avodah. Because if they did need avodah, אחרי שגורש האדם משם, after man will be rejected from him, מי עבד אותם? Who's going to work them? So, as part of the attention HaKadosh Baruch Hu put in that in the Gan Eden, in the organization of the Gan, the natures of the trees and of the fruits are different than the rest of the world. כן?
Yeah.
גם זה טעם ויטע השם אלוהים שהיו מטעיו מעשי ידיו וקיימים לעולמים. That's the pshat of ויטע השם אלוהים, right? That his plantation are from him and forever. כמו שנאמר, לא ייבול עליהו ולא יתום פריו. Right? His leaves don't frail, don't dry out, and his fruits never end. Yeah, כי מימיו מן המקדש הם היוצאים. Because its waters are waters that come from the mikdash. מה הכוונה from the mikdash? Meaning from HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself. Yeah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself is the one that irrigates the Gan.
Okay.
Here, Yechezkel is referring to the plantation, yes, that the trees that will grow le'atid lavo when Mashiach will come, yes, the water that will come out from the Bet Kodesh HaKodashim, yes, there's water under the Bet HaKodesh HaKodashim, in the Bet HaMikdash, right? That water will irrigate, yes, the ways of Yerushalayim, and trees will come out, and those trees will need no effort of men. It will be trees that produce fruit forever. So from there, you see that this exists, and this is what will be Le'atid Lavo, right? So Kal Vachomer, right? He wants to bring from this pasuk a re'aya to his hidush of Mata, right? Of that HaKadosh Baruch Hu planted, and this is the nature of the fruit. Like meaning, what we will have at the end of time is what HaKadosh Baruch Hu planted originally in Gan Eden. So now the question, if you don't need anyone to work the land and to work the trees, then why the pasuk says, "Im ken mata'a vayanichehu began Eden le'ovda u'shomra"? Yes, the pasuk says clearly, Hashem put Adam Arishon in Gan Eden to work it and to protect the land. שהניחו שם להיות לו זורע חיטים ומיני תבואות. Yes, it's for him to plant his own grains for his own purpose, for his food. וכל עשב זורע זרע וערוגת הבשמים. Right?
So this is not the
Gan Eden
plantings that Hashem made. This is
planting. That's right.
Adam planted.
That's right. וקוצר ותולש ואוכל כרצונו. That's what he plants. That's what he takes. That's what that's what he eats. And וזה טעם לעובדה ולשומרה. And that's what it means to work it and to protect it. לעבוד עבודת הגן, אדמת הגן, to work the land of the garden. הערוגות שיעשה שם, right, the plantation that he's going to put there, כי הגן שם האילנות לא יעבדו. That the gun itself, right, which represents the trees, yes, this don't need any work. So he's going to work the land, okay? But he's not going to work the trees of the land.
So Hashem only planted the trees.
Yes.
How does he come with that? He says, God
Next,
is
no,
trees?
listen, פסוק ט' ויצמח השם אלוהים מן האדמה כל עץ נחמד למראה וטוב למאכל ועץ החיים בתוך הגן ועץ הדעת טוב ורע. That's the focus. That's the focus. So ויטע השם אלוהים גן בעדן, but what is the gan that he planted? Like, yeah, you have a garden with what? A garden with trees.
So the garden had trees, and Adam was going to put the vegetables.
That's right, for himself. That's right.
So all the trees Hashem planted, everything else was
whatever was for Adam's needs. Adam's needs, whatever he needed to plant, to eat and etc.
So at this point, the concept that Hashem had created was that Adam was going to live and get all of his food and everything from Gan Eden. Was he going to leave at any point to go to at this point in time?
But there's no restrictions not to. As long as he's only mitzvah is Ovda Shomra, based on the Ramban, Ovda Shomra for himself, right? So there's no isur right. to go on and wander.
Right.
But there is one element that we need that the Ramban is very busy with without saying it clearly, is that there is a divine presence of HaKadosh Baruch Hu in that gan that you don't find anywhere else. Nachon? His attention, his effort, and the produce, the outcome. All of it is specific here to the gan. Something you don't have everywhere else. And if you tell me that that's HaKadosh Baruch Hu's de facto behavior with creation, so what's the Hidush of the Gan Eden? There's a Tosefet. What is that Tosefet? The Zohar says that Gan ze Shechina. Okay? The Gan is referring to the Shechina. When there is a revelation of the Shechina in a very clear way, yes, it's referred as the Gan. So Gan Eden is the place, if you want, is the Chadrei Chadarim, right? Is the bedroom of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's expression in this world, where his Shekhinah Geluya, his Shekhinah is revealed. Why is it? What? What?
In Gan Eden.
In Gan Eden.
In the trees? Or
No. His presence. And he manifested also his presence through the organization of the tree, right? When you are in a castle, yes, the gardens of the kings are very well organized based on the king's desires, right? When you go into a castle, the gardens are very pretty. Go to Versailles, for example. Yeah, I don't know. Versailles in Paris. Yes, you see those gardens that were planted. It's gorgeous. It's magnificent, right? So the garden manifests the glory and the presence of the king. Yes, and it represents the king's desires and pleasures and passion and imagination.
And the king is there.
So to Gan Eden, the Shekhinah is there, and in order to say, I am here, HaKadosh Baruch Hu decided, he was meticulous about planting the trees that he wanted, how he wanted it. But why is that setup so important? Because all this, he's not doing it for him. He's doing it to put Adam HaRishon there. Which means what? Which means that HaKadosh Baruch Hu's interest is only one, to now interact with Adam HaRishon in the most galui way possible, in the most obvious and revealed way he can. This is Gan Eden. This is HaKadosh Baruch Hu's desire before the sin. So And the Ramban emphasizes, he writes a lot about this. I mean, okay, look at what Rashi writes. He finished the Hidush Milekadmin with one word in Unkelus, right? So here, the Ramban is coming to address a very important nekuda, that all Avodat Adam is to rebuild that de facto connection that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to have with man. This is the purpose of the tikkun of Adam Harishon, to rebuild that Shekhinah. This is why the more you're Oved Hashem, be'emet, right? The more you serve Hashem and you have good deeds and midot tovot, and the more the Shekhinah becomes revealed to you, right? Tzaddik gozer, HaKadosh Baruch Hu mekayem, רצון Hashem יראיו, רוצה Hashem את יראיו, נכון? כן? All this, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is basically waiting for us to invite him back into our kingdom. That's the setup here that the Ramban is addressing.
Yeah, but I have an issue with that.
Tell me.
If it was so important for Hashem that the Shekhinah was in Gan Eden, and that he wanted to be galui with Adam, and the word enjoy is not the right word, but to enjoy the fruits of his labor in a sense with this person. He set upon a path of Adam and every generation since Adam going downhill.
Nachon.
Adam was up here, we're all the way down here.
Nachon.
We're never getting back up there.
That's not true.
Spirituality and holiness.
That's not true.
Ever attained that?
That we did during Matan Torah. During Matan Torah, Bnei Israel were elevated to the level of Adam Harishon before the sin.
Okay, so Matan Torah, but after that,
but they sinned again.
Then there was Chet Egel.
Then there was Chet Egel.
Right. So what I'm saying is, he set
us up. He set us up
for failure.
Correct.
And to continue to toil and work and work and work.
So the answer of
and we keep failing.
Correct. We keep failing. Not everybody keeps failing.
Everyone's failing. Because we're not at that. We're never going to be at that level.
Nachon, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not expecting.
It's relative, right?
Yeah, correct.
You are over
No,
here.
but it no. But yes, I understand what you're saying.
Everything is relative.
Your question. No, I understand. Your question is if this is what Hashem's desire, why set him for failure?
Yeah. Why would the Ramban say Galui, this and that? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Why not?
Because the guy immediately failed.
But that was his choice. But do you agree that was his choice? Did he have a free will or not to fail?
I guess you have to come to the conclusion. Well, you can come to a different conclusion. That's a great question.
That's, by the way, okay.
It's a great question.
I think we want to open that subject right now because we talked. Then you have to explain how the Nachash and the Yetzirah, because there was no Tov and Ra. There was right. There was Koch HaBchira, right? But there's no Yetzirah. There's no Yetzirah.
The Bechira was between Emet and Sheker, not Tov and Ra.
No, Emet and Sheker or Tov and Ra before Yetzirah?
Emet and Sheker.
Okay.
And then when he eats, it's Tov and Ra.
How can he? You're saying he didn't listen?
No, he had a choice. Adam Harishon had a choice. Now, some want to say that Adam purposely sinned, okay, because he didn't want what is called Nahmad Kisufa. He didn't want to enjoy a bread that is shameful, that what he didn't work for. Yes, and he said, "I want to work for my relationship." Yeah. Adam Harishon says, "What did I do to be graced this relationship and be with you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu? I didn't do nothing. I want to deserve it." So Adam Harishon took the deliberate decision to sin in order to work for that relationship and enjoy the benefit of it.
Did he?
He did. He did teshuvah.
How did Adam Harishon?
He did teshuvah. Mizmor Shel Yom HaShabbat.
How did Adam Harishon know? Sorry, Adam Harishon had only one reality, which is him. First, it was him and the Kadosh Baruch Hu alone, right? And then it was him, the wife, and the Kadosh Baruch Hu.
But you assume that him, it's only him. But okay, no?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
You got Neshama, you got all the Hashti inside.
I know you get the Hashti inside, but my question is, you're saying what did I deserve? What that? But you're talking about concepts that we know today because we have stuff to compare it to. What did Adam Rishon have? Him and the Kadosh Baruch Hu.
No, and he had Emet and Sheker. He had Emet and Sheker.
Okay, but what?
So it's not me. Chazal say that it's Na'ama de Kisufa. Chachamim say that Adam Rishon didn't want to enjoy. Shameful.
How do you know that that's even?
Maybe it was too much for him.
How do you even know that that's? I guess, but how do you know that it's shameful?
Because you have next to him creations. You have animals. He's an upgrade. So he's like, why? What did I do to merit that? Your question is, why do you have to do to merit?
But then no, I could. So, but what did the monkey do to merit not being a domem and the domem not being a?
You know what? You're right. The difference is that they don't have a sechel and Adam HaRishon does, and that's the differentiation. That's the beauty of a sechel, is that you can think. We've learned this morning a masterpiece of the Malbim on how the neshama comes down. Yes. What is the neshama and how it manifests itself through the intellect and through the behavior and through the instinct and then through the actual body, the body, the morphologic and biological behavior of the body. Yes. So the beauty of the neshama, the beauty of the sechel is that now you can think, and your knowledge and your ability to address issues and situations gives you the power to choose. Why? Why do we have a bechira? So that HaKadosh Baruch Hu can reward. If there's no bechira, there's no free will, then he cannot reward. Right? So all this is one big goal. Now HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to give Adam HaRishon and humanity a neshama. Why? Because he wants to emulate his creation in a microcosm version that's called Adam. Yes, the same way I am the neshama of creation. Yes, that's it. So let now Adam also be a mini version, right? A microcosm version. In which way? That the neshama, his neshama, is mechaye, gives life and to the body, just like I give life to the creation. And that's how we can interact. Meaning, if there is no neshama in Adam, there is no way, technically speaking, based on what we know today, yes, and the information we're given from the Torah, for HaKadosh Baruch Hu to communicate with Adam HaRishon.
But you would admit that Hashem wanted him to sin.
I didn't say that, but he put it in a position where definitely he could sin. Now, because there's another philosophical question. If HaKadosh Baruch Hu knew, that means we're not going to go into that the Ashgacha question, yes? But did HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted him to sin? Therefore, the answer is for sure yes, because he let him sin. But I know. You said. I know.
You wanted to sin or no?
But I know where you get go. I know everyone where you led me. But again, this is no. But at the end he sinned.
But he didn't want him to sin.
But
You're having a discussion about this.
No, I'm saying, did you want him to sin or he didn't?
No, you can say he wanted him because HaKadosh Baruch Hu let him. Now, what's going to be the answer is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu vowed in the creation that he would never get involved with or interfere with man. Man has the free will to do whatever he wants.
When did he say that?
In the structure of the creation. That's the difference between Elohim and Hashem Elohim. Okay? Hashem Elohim is now, let's give divinity to man, which is called the Neshama. And that Neshama now is completely disconnected from the limitation of Elohim, of nature. And now man has the ability to break the laws of nature.
That's very interesting.
That's the koach hatfilah. That's the koach of the mitzvot. That's the koach on avera, chas v'shalom. So through that upgrade, if you will, or that different.
So by definition, because of that creation and that divinity, he had to make that choice.
Or not? Why he had to?
If it wasn't that choice, it would have been another choice.
But the other choice would be what?
Because he's not perfect anymore. Right? He's got free will. He has the right to choose.
Yes.
By definition, when you have the right to choose,
it's not perfect.
You're not always going to make the right choice. I mean,
why not?
But not me.
Why not?
Because you're not.
It's tzaddik will always make the right choice.
Impossible. What is that worse than you and me? Because they make wrong choices.
Every tzaddik in Moshe Rabbeinu, he had his flaw. No, but it's Harif. What is Maurice saying? He's saying the moment you put in a position of Bechira, yes, then by default already you failed.
Correct.
You understand? By default you failed. And that could be very deep.
And
therefore,
you assume that you will make the wrong Bechira.
No, it's not this. It's not that you're going to make. It's that you're subject to it. The fact that you're subject to it in itself, it's enough.
What? Why? If you're subject...
I'm explaining to you why.
If I tell you that there's going to be drugs in front of you every day, you never say take the drugs.
That's not it.
You're still the Bechira.
No, but that's not it. That's not, again. It's a choice to say no. Yeah. It's different. When you don't have a choice, then everything is clear. Then there's no makom to a sin. It's only because there's a choice that now you're open to the sin. So that's what he's saying. He's saying the fact that you're open to the sin in itself is a downgrade. In itself, it's a sin. Why? Let me ask you a question. Yes, a father, yes, sends in son, and the son comes back. He says, "You know, Dad, there was cocaine on the table, and I didn't sniff." Yeah. You know what the father should do? He's going to slap him in the face. Why in the first place were you there? You think you're making me? You think you're a big chacham? You're the biggest idiot. You should be in the Bet HaMidrash. You should be at home. You should be doing something else on your bicycle. What are you doing in that party? You're such a great chacham. That's the point he's making.
Okay, so
that's the point he's making.
We had this discussion and about this with the different thing. Let me ask you a question. Who's the bigger tzaddik? The guy that has no option, or the guy that has the option makes the right?
The guy that has no option. The guy that has options. That the Rambam says the one that never sinned is at a higher level than the one that sinned. That could have sinned and held back from the sin.
But if I have no option, if I have no challenge, then what makes me bigger?
You're only better with no, but again, you're only greater because of the reward you get by the choice you're making. But the fact that you have to make a choice in itself, right, puts you in a position that is worse. That's the difference. When you don't have to make a choice, you're at the level. That's it. You've acquired that level. When you have to make a choice, yes, that makes you already vulnerable. And the only benefit you have is that if you make the right choice, so you get the reward. And that's the ma'arechet, that's the system that Adam HaRishon wanted to choose. Now, that's
you just told us exactly. You just told us that HaKadosh Baruch Hu put the system in place of Bechira.
Yes.
Okay. He put the system in Bechira.
Yes.
And everything has a Bechira. So
not everything. Only Adam has Bechira. There's nothing in the creation else except for Adam HaRishon that has Bechira.
Well, the animals have.
No, they don't. But not Bechira.
Okay.
Not Bechira.
From a nefesh.
From nefesh. There's no Bechira to animals.
Talk about Adam. HaKadosh Baruch Hu put us that we have Bechira.
Yes.
The fact that you could say, why did he put us so we have Bechira? To make sure that we always make the Bechira Nechona.
So that in order to reward, no,
he didn't want us to have Bechira. Then we
in order to reward, that's pashut, right? Because he wants to reward. Right. He wants to reward. But the reward, again, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to connect with Adam. You have it upside down. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to connect with Adam. The only way he can connect with Adam is if he gives him a soul. That soul comes with a responsibility that's called Bechira. Now that Adam has Bechira, he's at the image of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, You should know that if you choose the right thing, you have a reward, and if you choose the wrong thing, there's a punishment to motivate you to make the right choices, so that you can nurture the relationship through the neshama that you have. But the purpose of the neshama is not for you to make the right decision. It's for you to be one with Hashem, so that you can enjoy and benefit a nice evening with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, a nice moment of wisdom. Like the Zohar Chadash writes. The Zohar Chadash writes something phenomenal. It says like this: every night the neshama goes to Shamayim. Yes, what you learn and in Shamayim will reveal to you in the Yeshiva Shel Ma'ala. You learn, yes, secrets of the Torah that cannot be revealed in this world. Now listen, 1 hour of Torah in Yeshiva Shel Ma'ala, says Zohar Kadosh, you cannot achieve 70 years in this world. That's 1 hour of your sleep.
We should just sleep all day.
One second. However, comes the Gaon and says, this is true, but there's no, you don't get reward for that. The reward is the actual learning. What do you get the reward for? When you learn in this world out of Yirat Hashem and out of struggle. Yes? So here you have the Olam HaEmet, and you have the world that we live in. In the Olam HaElyon, the Yeshiva Shel Ma'ala, which is the word in its perfection, you benefit from the Torah, but you don't get any reward. Yes? But at the end, what you learn there, you cannot get here. Yes? But 1 second, to understand what I'm saying. I want you to understand what I'm saying. And when the second you wake up your eyes, yes, all the reward of your Olam Haba you get from here, not from up. Yes, so that's what does HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants? HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to interact with you and be with you. That's through the neshama. Yes, but in this world, and by the way, that's if we didn't sin, if we would not have sinned and we would have entered Shabbat. So now the Zman and Adam, the Makom would have all be aligned. Right? That's the three dimensions. Right? You have man, space, and time. We had man, space, but we were missing time, which was the Shabbat. Right? That's why we messed up. But if Adam HaRishon, says Chachamim, would have waited for Shabbat Kodesh, all three would have been aligned. There would not have been any sin, and we would have been like when you go to sleep and you're in Yeshiva Shel Ma'ala. But Adam HaRishon, through his Koach HaBechira, yeah, he was given a weapon that's called the Koach HaBechira. He chose purposely. He made a mistake. Yeah, that can be debated. Yes, but he basically chose the reward. Yes, and the punishment in a different light that it would have been if it was after Shabbat.
What? Okay. And what would have happened if Adam wouldn't sin?
I just told you. It would have been like when you go to sleep. Yes, there wouldn't be any
perfection, utopia.
Can
explain to me at that point what would be the difference more or less between Adam and the Malachim? If you don't have Koach HaBechira, what's the difference between?
So what are you saying? Yes.
What I'm saying is I don't understand. I don't believe that you can say that the Kadosh Baruch Hu wanted us to be without the Bechira.
And nobody said that. No. Nobody said that. And nobody said that. You just
Adam didn't sin.
The purest.
No. We had this conversation about there's no way that Hakadosh Baruch Hu put us in the Bechira, because without the Bechira, it says that without the Bechira, like you said, there's no reward. Right? There's no reward. What do you interact with Hashem? Then you're a robot. Then you're like a malach.
No.
Go do this. Go do this.
No, because you're forgetting something. You have the Bechira between Emet and Sheker. You still have that. The problem is that we introduce subjectivity, Tov and Ra.
Bechira and Emet Sheker means what?
Emet and Sheker.
Explain.
Right now, you tell me right now in New York City it's day.
Okay.
That's Sheker.
Okay. And let's say if I say it's day, what does that interaction do with HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Nothing.
No, it pushes you away from him. Vadai does. Udvar Sheker, tirchak. Midvar sheker, tirchak. From somebody that speaks sheker or from a sheker, tirchak. You separate yourself. You go away from him, from yourself. That's that. The bechira is
But sheker is allowed to start with.
the bechira. No,
Isn't
sheker is sheker.
Okay, but
Sheker is sheker. Ra is subjective. Ra can be something that is emet. It's emet, but it's ra. And malasot, it's bad for you. But that's what it is. It's the emet. You don't like it, but it's the emet. Yes? And sometimes you have something that is sheker, but it's good. the whole world revolves around what's good, but it's sheker. So that's not the issue. The koach bechira is the engine, okay, that determines how far or how close you are from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. This is bechira, right? And HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave you the ability to zoom in, zoom out with Hashem. Do I zoom in with mitzvot? Do I zoom out with averot? That's it. That's what it is.
I think what Michael was trying to get at is, I thought you said before that Adam was on the highest level, interacting with Hashem.
Yes.
In an open way, in a pure way.
Yes.
I'm paraphrasing, I'm sorry. And then the choice, the bechira gets in the way.
Correct.
So why do you give him bechira? If he really loves
because if there's because if there's no bechira, there's no neshama.
Then he can't say, then it's hard to say that he loved that, that time of the day where he interacted with them perfectly.
Why not? Because it's I don't know. Why not?
Because that's temporary. That's.
But if I want to connect it, why? If I want to connect it,
something, I want to say. The tov and the ra is coming from where? From the nefesh or from the neshama?
Not from the neshama.
So from
subjective. It's subjective. From the
the emet and sheker.
Emet from the sechel. From the sechel.
But that's.
According to the Rambam, it's the neshama. According to the Malbim, it could be the sechel, not even the neshama. Okay, but what? Okay. Anyways.
No. Because I'm trying to understand that now. The order of creation here. No. Sorry. HaKadosh Baruch Hu creates man with the neshama. Forget about the one.
Yes.
Neshama. Let's not get into that. He has a neshama.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, when he has the neshama, he has a bechira.
Yes.
Okay. So and the whole yichud of the Adam is that he has neshama. If
yes.
not, he's a Baal Chai.
Yes.
So inherently, we are what makes us different
is the bechira. Correct.
So if the essence of our creation is the bechira,
correct.
How can you say that HaKadosh Baruch Hu would want us to be at a level without the bechira? If that's what he put into us as to differentiate.
I never said that.
And that's a part of him.
I never said that. When did I say that Hashem wants us at the level of no bechira?
We talked about this, that Hashem wanted us to be with him like in Gan Eden, in a higher level but at that
but it's still through the bechira. It's still through the bechira. It's through the bechira because the bechira is what defines the connection of with HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
That's what I said, but
pre-sin.
No,
that was good.
No, but this is the whole debate that we had.
Talking about 5 minutes in time.
No, we had what I said is that we need the bechira, that because without the bechira,
no, that's not what the thing. That's not what it is.
Because you said
that's not what the debate was. The debate was whether Hashem wanted us to sin or not. That's the debate. Okay. So Maurice wanted to say that if Hashem gave you the bechira and the bechira is a way for you to sin, then He sets you up for sin, so He wants you to sin. And you wanted to say, and you came and said, "Ma pitom."
It's not true. Why would He?
That's what I said.
I disagree with that. Why would He give you? If He gives you the bechira, He doesn't want you to sin.
You're going in circles because you said this before.
He wants you.
You can always make the right choice.
You can always make the right choice.
Right, we disagree.
No, but so that's exactly what he's saying.
Make the right choice?
Because it's impossible for a person at a certain level to always choose option A.
No, Adam Rishon. There's a question. There's a fundamental question. How is Bnei Israel? They saw Kadosh Baruch Hu. They got the Torah. How did they sin 5 minutes after that?
By giving my premise was by Hashem giving you bechira, by definition you're going to sin. That's my premise. You don't have to agree with it.
There is
I agree with you. But
so that's it.
No. You said he wants you to sin. He doesn't want you to sin. He wants you not to sin.
Okay. By definition, you're going to sin.
Okay, he gives you the optionality to sin.
And he knows you're going to sin.
Okay, he knows everything, but you don't have the faith in mankind that
No.
they would not sin. Okay,
Impossible.
You shouldn't, because Adam Arishon is the first man, and he said, you shouldn't.
Moshe sinned. Adam Harishon sinned.
that's because he created the woman. If we didn't have women, we would.
לא, יאללה. וייתכן שכינה הגן בלשון נקבה.
Yeah.
Amen. Without
Think
the
about
woman,
that. We should delve into that.
We will. We will. It's about to come. Don't worry. And there's what to say there.
Did we discuss you told me about the nipples, the men that didn't we learn that with you?
Remind me. As well.
The reason a man has a nipple, a woman has a nipple. The woman's nipple is used for feeding a baby, right? Men, it's
נכון.
no. And the reason was because a man was only supposed to be a man, not a woman in the world.
כן.
And the man was supposed to be childbearing.
כן. That's the Gemara.
And then
In Sanhedrin.
maybe I learned it with somebody else. I don't know. I thought you taught it.
I never heard of that.
I'm not making it up.
No, it's the Gemara in Masechet Sanhedrin.
Right. See that, Doc?
It's pretty good.
טוב. Now he gets technical. וייתכן שכינה הגן בלשון נקבה. Now, it's possible that he...
100 at the top.
Yes.
Yeah. Feminine refers to the word gan from a feminine. כמו וכגנה זרועיה תצמיח. Right? It's in feminine. וניטעו גנות. Not גנים. גנות. feminine. ורבותינו נתעוררו בזה. אמרו בבראשית רבה, חכמים addressed that, and they said in בראשית רבה, לעובדה ולשומרה,
Yeah, what is feminine?
אלו הקורבנות, שנאמר תעבדון את האלוהים. That's from the word לעובדה, תעבדו, כן? את האלוהים, referring to the קורבנות, so לעובדה, referring to the קורבנות. הדאו דכתיב תשמרו להקריב לי במועדו. Right? And the korbanot also referring to korbanat tamid, right? You have to be careful to keep it and do it every day at the right time, even on Shabbat, במועדו, even on Shabbat. והכוונה להם בזה לומר, so what are החכמים trying to teach us here? כי הצמחים, right? The plantation, וכל בעלי חיים, and all living creatures, צריכים לכוחות העליונים. They need divine intervention. ומהם יבוא להם הגידול, and from there, meaning from the divine intervention, yes, that's how they progress, they grow, yes, and they actually, when I say they live, it's Hashem's will.
I'm not understanding the feminine and what this means.
He's trying to tie it into.
No, it's because it's like this. It says why the Torah chose feminine.
Right.
So the Chachamim say why? Well, let me ask you. It could be feminine. It could be masculine. Why feminine? Ganot, right? Then let's go and see what are the key words that are comparable in the Torah to these words, right? So he says korbanot, right? Korbanot also. Not korbanim, korbanot.
Right. Korban, it's not korbanim. It's
korbanot, right?
Yeah.
So he says and how do I know that it's referring to the korbanot, meaning that to the what the korbanot represent? Because it says le'ovda u'shomra, and both keywords le'ovda u'shomra, la'avod ve'lishmor, both refer to the korbanot. Okay. So and what do I learn from that? Okay. So now that's the kavanah of Chazal. That all the creation, physical creation, need, yes, to be fueled and fed by a divine intervention. And that's how that's how they grow. Yes, and what brings beracha, right? What triggers the beracha to come down? The korbanot that are brought here. Yes, we bring a korban here. This trigger the beracha from Shamayim to come down. right? And so that from the word ganot, from the word gan benekeva, Chachamim understood, yes, that the entire creation keeps on going through the influx of will, of divine will on the creation. And as part of them, of those divine creation, you have the tzmachim from Gan Eden, the vegetation from Gan Eden, ומהם יהיו ויחיו בעולם בגשמי רצון וברכה שיגדלו בה. And from it, right, from the tzmachim from Gan Eden, okay, the rest of the vegetation grows because they benefit from the beracha of the geshem, right, and the gishmei ratzon, the blessed rains.
From where? Sorry, which geshem?
No, the geshem is the outcome, right?
What?
From the beracha that the tzmachim that Gan Eden has, right, because it's we said they are blessed and they are elevated, right? So that beracha irrigates spiritually, yes, the rest of the vegetation and gives it life. So through the beracha, no, everywhere. כמו שאמרו.
זה גשם או שזה מטר?
No, don't forget, please.
No, but
it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's גשמי ברכה. גשמי רצון וברכה. No, I know why he's saying this. The Ramban doesn't address it. That has nothing to do with the geshem of the Malbim. The matar of the Malbim. The matar of the Malbim. כמו שאמרו, יזבעו עצי השם, ארזי לבנון, אשר נטע. Right? So the trees of Hashem, right? The Erez is the cider tree of Lebanon that he planted. Okay, Yizbe'u Atzesh. Okay.
Yizbe'u from what? From the fault?
From the Neti'ah of Hashem, right? That they are filled, right? Because they are planted from Hakadosh Baruch Hu, and they get the Birkat Hashem, right? So it satisfies, it fills them up. And that's referring to the Gan Eden, right? To the Etzim of the Gan Eden. Amar Rabbi Hanina. What does it mean, Isbe'u? Isbe'u Hayem. Isbe'u Memehem. Isbe'u Mata'atan. Right? Meaning they are blessed in every level.
Okay.
Ma.
He's still talking about the
yes. He wants to say that the beracha and the shefa that the plantation of Gan Eden gets, right, is so full that that beracha is what irrigates the rest of the world, and to give it life.
The rest, okay.
He's with that ki hayehem, because their life of the tzmachim of the Gan Eden, yesodotam ha'elyonim, they get blessed from divinity. Umemehem otzaru hatov hamorid hageshem, the waters that irrigates come straight from Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Umata'atam kocham bashamayim. The T.I. came from Shamayim. כמו שאמרו, אין לך כל עשה ועשה מלמטה שאין לו מזל. That Chazal talk about now for the rest of the creation, right? You don't have a grass that doesn't have a mazal, meaning an angel that tells it grow, right? Every leaf of grass is controlled by an angel that's purpose is to grow that little piece of grass. So if the grass is like this, kal vachomer, like where did the grass, the angel come from? It comes from the Elyonim. Or that feed and fueled the Gan Eden. והוא מכה אותו ואומר לו גדל, שנאמר הידעת חוקות שמיים, אם תשים משטרו בארץ, שוטר.
What does that mean?
That there's a control, that Kadosh Baruch Hu, there's a moshel, right? That is in Shamayim, Okay? And from it comes the Haka'ah on the Esev to make it grow.
Okay, but does the Ramban believe that his theory is that everything that happens?
No.
No.
That's a Gemara. That's Ma'amar Chazal. So it's not a theory or it's not an opinion. Yes.
But Chazal believe that Chazal's opinion is that everything that happens is controlled by God.
No.
No.
No, that's not what he says.
Chazal say that there's a Ma'arechet?
It depends on the Ma'amar Chazal. Yes, we saw that there was Ma'amar Chazal. We saw in the Malbim himself that brought Ma'amar Chazal to support one opinion and to support another opinion. Yes, what he's coming to say here is just that we see that there's a divine interaction with the vegetation, and that divine intervention, essentially its root comes from the divine influence that Hashem put on Gan Eden. Yes, and all this, why? In order to express his Shekhinah in such a way that he can interact with Adam. That's how far he went. Yes, in his exposure and his presence, all this event, for Adam Arishon. Yes, to the point that he overflowed from the Gan Eden. Yes, and showers that divinity, that Hashgacha Kivyachol, right, in the rest of the creation. All the way until Chazal had to say that even a little piece of grass has a mazal, has a malach that hits it and says it grow.
So is this all proving that Hashem Shekhinah is in Gan Eden?
Yes.
What's the overall?
Yes, that's the overall. The overall chidush is how much Hakadosh Baruch Hu wants to be, how much he wants to reveal himself to men. That's really the big chidush here. The Torah is coming to tell, according to the Ramban, how much Hashem wants to be with us.
Why do you give us Bechira then?
Again, because the Bechira is the de facto result, to his image, and that's what comes with the Neshama. The definition of the Neshama has to be to his image, and the closest you can have to his Be'er is the Bechira. Why?
It's not true, Morris. Let's think about it. If you have somebody that is forced, you have a woman that's forced to be with you, right? You want her to force to be with you, or you want her to want to be with you? That's the same.
I want to be with the rabbi every single day.
Okay. Right.
Every single hour.
Okay.
Right? But I have a choice, and the rabbi has a choice. We love each other. We enjoy each other's company.
No problem.
Not like you. And so, but he has things to do. I have things to do. We have choices.
That's the choice you make. You can be with him.
That's the point I'm trying to make. By virtue of giving me that choice.
So you made the wrong choice.
I can't be with the rabbi every single second.
Why not?
Because I can't.
Okay, well, you can't. That's your choice.
Exactly.
That's 100% your choice.
Precisely.
Okay, but that's your fault.
But you can't say
that
you want to be with someone every single second of every day.
Why not?
Because you can't, by definition.
No, you can't, because you're pre-consumed with the nonsense of this world.
Your answer you keep saying it's my choice. I'm saying yes.
Okay, but you make the wrong choice. The right choice is to be with the rabbi all day and study. No, but I thought you were saying something else. I thought you hit another problem, because you say, why did HaKadosh give? I think HaKadosh give us Bechira because he wants us to show him that we want to be with him.
That's another issue.
That's the issue.
That we make the right choice.
Because he doesn't. Because if we didn't have
Michael's point before is we fight through the Yetzer Hara, we fight through the wrong choices to get to make the right choice, and that's what Hashem really wants.
But that's what Kadosh Baruch Hu wants to see, that we do everything to.
But that's after the sin. That's after the sin.
I understand.
So what is the Bechira before the sin?
Then I don't understand. Because if there can't be a relationship between HaKadosh Baruch Hu and humankind without Bechira.
Agreed 1000%.
So there is
Agreed. Nobody disagrees
that's
with
why
that.
that's why Adam Rishon Bechira.
No,
From the moment he was-
100%. Nobody disagreed with that.
Difference in time. Emet v'sheker was the first part, right? Then Tov Hara was after
That's right.
the sin was made.
But there are people who have lived who have never sinned, right? There's 4 people who lived who.
No, it's not that. No, it's that they elevated themselves with their body. But no more. No, there's nobody in this world that didn't sin.
It didn't. So Binyamin ben Yaakov didn't he go only because Adam Rishon sinned? Didn't he die only because of Adam Rishon sin or no?
You told me that there's 4 people that
that elevated themselves.
That's a heavy item. That's a heavy item. I need a break.
So what do you want to say?
No, I'm just reinforcing what Michael is saying, that people can choose not to sin ever, right? If there's 4 people who've done that,
and the Bechira of
I'm not saying it's something any of us can accomplish.
But the question is also, what was the Bechira when Adam Rishon ate the apple or whatever, took the apple, ate the apple? That was a Bechira of Sheker or Bechira of Ra?
There was no Bechira at that time. He ate it because of his wife made him eat.
But he made a choice. He could have not listened to her.
No, there was no Ra at that time. There's only that's Sheker.
You can't.
It was based on Sheker.
I just realized something totally different. How can we say that there was no Bechira?
Nobody said there's no Bechira.
Before
you keep on going to that. No, there was always
between Tov Vera. HaKadosh Baruch Hu brings Adam Rishon all the animals, right? To mate with him, and then he says, none of them are for me.
No.
What kind of Bechira is that? That's
Emet and Sheker.
That's Emet V'Sheker.
100%. Pashut.
Not Tov Vera.
No.
Okay, so I go back to the question: Is Achila Me'etz? Is it Tov Vera or Emet V'Sheker?
I just told you. It's a dat Tov Vera.
Okay.
So what do you want?
Okay.
You go from Emet Sheker to Tov and Ra. Now you have to differentiate between the Emet and the Tov.
Sorry, after he ate
after he ate Tov Vara, now there was a new factor to subjective.
So his choice of the apple was based on Sheker.
It was based on Sheker. נכון. And that there was always Bechira. And when you have to differentiate between Emet and Sheker, it's all about objectivity. It has nothing to do with you, right? So and that's the level of connection HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted for us. With Bechira. The only thing that I was trying to consolidate and reinforce what we were saying earlier. Yes, what Maurice was saying, that the fact that you have a Bechira by default, you're exposed to the sin. That doesn't mean that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us. You can push it there, but that doesn't mean that, yes. But at the end, yes, if you have now the Bechira between Emet and Sheker, and now you upgrade the Bechira to Emet and Tov.
Emet and Tov?
Ken.
Emet and Tov?
Yeah. Tov can be Sheker.
But how can you do that?
That's what everybody does every day. Everybody chooses the Tov over the Emet, even though it's Sheker.
Give us an example.
The extra food you eat.
Exactly. That's it. Yes. So now that downgrades your relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Yes.
Because you choose Tov over Emet.
No, because now there's subjectivity that never existed before. Adam was never subjective. He was always objective. He ate from Etz Hadat Tov, he became subjective.
Okay, so
he became self-centered. Now that he becomes self-centered,
but 1 second. It's a great point. But I thought Adam was born. Hashem gave him neshama.
Yes.
Which gave him sechel.
Nachon.
How did he have that ability to distinguish good and bad?
It wasn't part of it.
Wasn't part of the sechel.
That wasn't part of the sechel. All there was emet and sheker. It's only when he ate from that. It's a da'at tovara. He had da'at tov and ra. He was not exposed to it. That's why before that, nudity was not. There was nothing wrong because it means nothing. It only Mehmet, what do you think about it? What? This is nothing. Right?
So was he closer to?
No.
I want to ask you a really complicated question.
Before your
Okay.
complicated question.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So, if things had gone according to
The plan.
what the ideal would have been, which would have been he would have gone into Shabbat, and then Hashem would have let him eat from the tree.
Mm-hmm.
He then would have acquired.
No, time out. Who told you that you can eat from that tree?
No, not. I heard. Maybe I'm wrong.
Wait.
No,
Wait.
I don't
No
have it
way.
I don't have it in here.
No way.
You said Hashem was going to let him eat.
I don't know what I'm mistaken. It sounds somebody had once said to me that had they gone into Shabbat, then Hashem would have permitted it thereafter. But
ויצב השם פסוק ט"ז אלוהים על האדם לאמור commandment on man מכל עץ הגן אכול תאכל. You can eat from every tree from the gan. ומעץ הדעת טוב ורע לא תאכל ממנו. Black and white commandment, you can never eat it. Okay?
okay, never mind.
Yeah. So what's
So
the
if
question?
he ate, so I'll ask a derivative of Bobby's question. If he waited till Shabbat,
Yes.
he said something would have happened before. I forgot.
Yes.
But if he waited till Shabbat and then he ate from the Etz Hadat on Shabbat,
On Shabbat. I don't know what would have happened.
So the plan was
I
never.
understand what you're
The
saying.
Bechira was only supposed to be Emet and Sheker. Was never
Yes.
supposed to be Tov and Ra.
Correct.
It goes back to the same problem.
Correct.
Emet and sheker is not subjective, as the Rebbe said. So you go back to the fact that you're a robot.
You're not a robot.
No, but
Emet and sheker.
But Adam chose, and he chose wrong, so he wasn't a robot.
You can make
He
a
had Emet and
choice.
Sheker. He chose.
Nachon. It's based on sheker. The choice that was the
sheker?
sheker that you're not allowed to touch the tree. That's not true. You're not allowed to eat the tree. That Hashem said. He never said you're not allowed to touch the tree. That was sheker. So and that was the root of the problem. Ezrat Hashem.
Yeah, הקדוש ברוך הוא עושה בפסוק אחר, ויאמר השם אלוקים לא טוב להיות האדם לבדו.
Yeah.
יעשה לו.
He's talking. That's not Adam
I-
talking.
I-
It's not Adam talking.